The Vinyl Man on YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. It is Friday, it isn't Sunday. Decided to get the band back together. On this evening, we've got Richard from Richard's Vinyl Tap House, and we've got Rob from Northern Revolution. So, lads, welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening, this afternoon, where you are. It's been a while. It's been a while. So I'm just going to catch up with the lads. I'm just going to do my thing. Don't really give a shit about the live stream in a minute. I just want to have a chat with the lads. So let's have a chat, lads. What the hell is going on? Rich, let's go to you first, mate. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I'm trying to live the simple life of the, early retiree more and more. And, as we were talking about before we went live, it's always something else that I think about it. And I'm like, how the hell did I have time to work full time when all this other stuff goes on in life? And now I have time to do it, and it still takes forever. So, but other than that, just doing the summer thing now. We had a weird winter in Colorado. It was very warm. It felt like summer, and then spring hit, and we had spring for about 2 days, and then it went right to back to summer. And today it's 90 degrees out. So
we had a heat wave last week, 35 degrees. Since then, it's been pissing down with rain non-stop, and it's back down to 17. So welcome to Britain.
Well, for what it's worth, it's 30 degrees here today. We haven't had rain in 3 weeks, and the grass is turning brown.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm looking at the weeds coming through the grass, and I'm just like, I'm going to destroy you this weekend. Rob, welcome back, mate. Good to see you.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time. I mean, you and I.
When the last time you were on?
No.
I'll tell you, I fucked up big time. I had too many people on the live stream, and Rob had to leave, so I had to get back on my own live stream.
That's right. I left so that had to be 5 months ago or something. I mean, I lose track because you and I talk every day anyway. So it's not like we haven't seen each other. I mean, we haven't seen each other, but we talk.
Yeah.
So, I haven't been on your show in forever, so it's kind of cool.
So what have you been up to then, Rob?
Just working and slave to the man, and looking forward to the day that I can become Richard and be retired. So
It'll happen before you know it, and your kid will be like 20.
Yeah. Well, I still probably have 20 years left, but
okay, 30.
if I get retired tomorrow, oh man, I would. So yeah, just work and the kid, and doing my show on Wednesdays, and that's it, man. There's nothing. Buying too many records.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Tim.
Yes.
Bloody hell, mate! Autographs galore.
Isn't he insane? I love Tim, and so I'm glad that when we had an open seat to fill, I reached out to Tim and said, "Hey, even though you don't have a channel, are you interested?" Because I talk to Tim every day, like I talk to you.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, I'd love to." And I just love his stories because he's met everyone under the sun, and I'm shocked when he shows a record that isn't signed.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? So he's a fun addition to the mix. So
it's cool. And the last couple of weeks, I think with me, because I start work at stupid o'clock, I've got to go to bed before 12. So when I was doing a different job, I was kind of finishing at 9 p.m. I wouldn't start until 4 p.m. the next day. It was kind of that weird shift pattern. Finish at 12 in the night. So I was able to watch Rob live. Me and Richard were talking about this yesterday about my predictive voice texts that always come out wrong.
Your phone doesn't speak Welsh.
Yeah. I said to Rich, I was like, yeah, Rob just gets the messages comes through on the live stream going, Chris, I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop drinking. But I watch it like I watch it the day after I do the catch up thing. I sit down, have my tea, and kind of. Yeah,
it's not any more exciting the next day. I promise you.
Yeah, but it gives me something to watch in the evenings when I come home from work and I just want to chill out. And
Sure.
There's nothing on TV. I've given up on TV completely. We could talk about subscriptions, but yeah, the only subscription I got at the moment is I still got YouTube Premium because the kids use YouTube Music and Liz uses it for orchestra and stuff. So I'm going to put bloody stupid ads every freaking 30 seconds. I tried it for 2 days. It lasted 2 days. I was like, screw this. I'm getting back on it Premium. But
I haven't done the premium thing yet. I just tolerate the ads.
Same here.
Yeah,
I can't justify giving YouTube any money. I don't mind that they give me money once in a while, but
I'm not there yet.
I'm close to losing my monetization because I don't make videos anymore. I just do the live show for various reasons. So,
speaking of which, you have a YouTube video.
I know that one needs to. It's here.
it's here.
And I want to. I'll talk to you later on. I will get it up, but I was telling Chris there's a reason behind why I realized there's a reason why I'm not making videos anymore, and we'll talk about that.
Just do a trailer. Give them a teaser.
No. I do need to get it up. It's on my computer, and it's edited. I just need to put like the little intro bumper in front of it, and away you go. So,
yeah. Myself, I bought a shitload of music.
None of that's my fault. Liz, if you're watching, none of that is my fault. Despite what Chris is trying to blame me for, it's not my fault.
She's in a musical tonight. She's actually watching a musical tonight.
If she watches this later, Liz, it's not my fault. Chris is a grown man. I'm not telling him to do anything.
Rob always texts me, you're a grown-ass man. What's wrong with you? Stop blaming me.
Well, Chris always sends me like a screenshot of an Amazon order of a record that I've talked about. And I'm like, don't be blaming me for this.
Yeah,
not my fault.
It's just a pity you don't get a cut on that on Amazon as you make a fortune out of me.
Right? It'd be like I need a little commission like I do with the Vinyl Storage Solutions folks.
Talking of which, Rob, do you want to tell everybody?
I don't even make the plug anymore. If you need high quality record sleeves, inners or outers, go to vinylstoragesolutions.ca and use promo code Northern10 to get 10% off your first order.
There you go.
I don't even do that anymore because I don't make videos anymore, and I don't even mention it in my live stream. And for some reason, in the last 2 weeks, so like in the last 14 days or so, there's been 15 orders come through. I'm just like, I don't even talk about it anymore. So someone's obviously watching my old videos. So thank you, whoever that is.
So yeah,
I'm making tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars. You're probably making more money on that than you are on YouTube, mate.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
So, Liz has gone to a musical. I was thinking, I'm gonna get bored. I know. Let's grab the
strike me
lads.
as a musical kind of guy,
No. I was talking to Richard about this last night. I'm gonna upset you now, which I'm gonna say. There's 3 things I don't like. It's Bob Dylan, it's musicals, and jazz and ABBA. But
I'm with you on 3 of those 4.
I know. It's just I viewed ABBA too many times. Just every time it comes on, I just fast forward.
You know what? ABBA is like sex and pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
Okay, well, I'll
and
tell
you never get tired of any of it.
Hey, Liz, fancy some pizza? So this evening I just thought we'd jump on, get the band back together for a Friday episode. And I haven't done a Friday episode in such a long time. I was kind of sending a message to Rich first going, are you working today? And he kind of knew what I was going next to this. And he went, no. And I said, live stream? ? Sure, why not? Sure. Then I sent a message. I was like, oh, brain fart. Rob, is he off? Is he working? And I was like, are you available? Yes, brilliant. Right, let's do this. So
I mean, technically I am working right now. because it's there's an hour left in my day, but I am well past the number of hours one would normally be required to work. So keeping an eye on my emails or whatever. So
yeah, if that Teams tone goes off.
I have my Teams turned off right now. I have it off most of the time. So
I was in Tempe the weekend with this guy walking past, and obviously he was on family with his family on holiday, and his thing went off. He went, shh. Had to do the background thing and everything.
nice.
And I started having palpitations with that tone going off. I'm like, but this evening we're gonna do just have a quick chat, see how things going, that kind of stuff. Any concerts you've been to, any new music that you've discovered that you want to share with the vinyl community, records you've picked up so far this year, which there's a lot. If I'm being honest, this might be a quick fast track halfway through this, but that's what we're going to do for you. Before we get started, though, I will go to the comments and see what is going on. You had an issue the other night with StreamYard, so I'm hoping
it was glitchy, but I don't think that was a streamer issue. I think it was a bandwidth issue on my end, I think.
Okay. So here we go. We've got Adrian. Hey, Richard and Rob. Adrian joins me every single time I do a live stream and always comments on my videos. So thank you, Adrian. Appreciate it, mate. Boz. What's this on a Friday? Well, I thought let's change it up a bit. Get the guys back on. I haven't seen them in such a long time, so thought it'd be a cool idea to do it for this evening. Okay, he doesn't do premium either, so I must be the only one, am I? Okay, must be. I'm the only one giving YouTube money when they're giving everybody else money. You don't like ABBA, does your mother know?
Does your mother know?
My mother is a massive ABBA fan. So, but yeah, so we're going to show kind of what we picked up, anything. I'm going to go around to you guys first. Concert-wise, I know Rob's been to a concert, and I'm very excited about what's about to happen in my life.
I guess we should talk about that.
We should talk about that, mate.
Okay.
Yes, we should. Rich, have you been to concerts this year?
I haven't been to any this year. There have been a few that have come up, including Gary Newman, and I didn't go. And I was just like, you know what? I've seen this guy 8 times. His tickets, I'm sorry, concert tickets are getting stupid when it comes to prices.
Yeah.
I would love to see Rush. They're coming. Those tickets are just extortionate, and I'm just at that point where it's like, if I've seen a band or an artist many times, I think I really need to see them again. If it's someone up and coming that I really want to see, I would consider it. But right now, I'm just like, nope. I've been to nothing. So next.
Yeah. Moving on. Rob, over to you, mate. What have you been? You've been busy with the concert scene.
I've been to a couple, but most recently, and you'll be the only one, Chris, that cares about this that's watching. But there's a band out of Toronto that I love immensely. A band called Whitehorse, who are on tour right now, supporting this album, which Chris texted me this afternoon. God damn it, I can't get it in the UK. It's their new album called All I Want Is All of It. So this is Luke Doucette and Melissa McClellan, their husband and wife. He is Sarah McLachlan's guitar player, and she is Sarah McLachlan's bass player. And they had their own careers, and then, started Whitehorse. I think this is like their 8th album, something like this. And I love these guys. I see them probably 20 times. So they're on tour right now to support this album. And I went and saw them in my hometown, and it was them and their drummer and Luke's daughter, who's 30, Chloe, and then their son, who is like maybe 12, plays keyboards. And it's like they built it as like the Whitehorse family band this time. And it was great. And I've talked about them so much that Chris has become a bit of a fan. And so when I was at the show, I stuck around afterwards. I already had their first album, but I picked up another copy and got it signed. Not that I have a ton of White Horse autographs, but I'm like, shit, I'll get this one signed for myself. So the unsigned copy that I have is going to Chris. And then they have an album called Panther in the Dollhouse, which is Chris's favorite. So I bought that, and I had them sign it. And I said to Melissa, I go, just so you know, this is going to my buddy in Wales. She goes, what? Wales? I go, yeah. I said, talked about you guys a lot, and he's become a big fan and can't get your records over there. She goes, what's his name? I said, Chris. To Chris. So that's packed up, ready to go. So I bought those. And Luke's daughter, who I hadn't heard her music before, but she's kind of like singer-songwriter kind of stuff. So I picked up her album, and she signed it for me, which was cool. And then while I was waiting for them, I grabbed the set list off the stage.
Nice.
And had Chloe sign it for me. I didn't want to ask Luke and Melissa because I already had them sign 2 records already. I didn't want to be that guy. Here's 57 things. Please sign it. But it was a great show. They played stuff from all their albums, and it was just I saw them in this place called the Sonic Hall, which is the town that I live in is 200 years old, and the downtown is all old limestone buildings. So the Sonic Hall is on the second floor of this old limestone building on the corner of the main street, and it used to be a bank, and it's on the second floor. So it's kind of got like that warehouse kind of feel, and you see the old beams in the ceiling, and just a great little venue. It's kind of a general admission sort of venue. So yeah, it was great to see them again. Love the new stuff. Glad I was able to pick up that record for Chris, and we'll get it in the mail in the next few days, hopefully before I head to the States, if not as soon as I get back.
Make the prices at the moment.
Oh my God. It was ridiculous. So I went to the post office. Canada Post is a shit show. It's a crown corporation, but it's on the verge of going bankrupt because no one can afford to use it because it's so expensive. To send a record in a mailer to Wales, I could send it air, and it was going to be a week, and it was going to be like $170.
Whoa.
Or I could send it surface post, which was going to take 6 weeks and cost me $90. And I said, I'll go to FedEx or UPS, thanks. So I just haven't got there yet. So, but that's ridiculous. Just insane.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Insane.
I sent something to Daryl. Funny enough, who's the Stereophonics. The greatest hits. And she said to me, oh, you got 2 options. You can either, it's going to take 6 weeks, which will cost £20 to Canada, or for £30, you'll get it in a week. And it got to Daryl's within 5 days.
Which is insanity because Daryl lives next door to Santa Claus in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Practically the North Pole. But isn't that insanity? You can send something from Wales. I mean, Daryl's in the same province as I am, so relatively, I mean, I should be a little cheaper actually, but you can send it for £20, which is like $30 Canadian probably. Yeah. But for me to send it the other way, it's $170.
That's
insanity.
God. I don't understand.
Canada Post is on the verge of going bankrupt, and they bloody well should. So yeah, so the concert was great, and really enjoyed it. It was nice to just leave my house 15 minutes before the concert started, walk in the door, did the concert, hung around, got an autograph. 15 minutes later, I was home. Wonderful.
Just a quick one. You saw the film?
Dude. I mean,
explain it because people are not going to know what we're talking about here.
Okay, so that album there is an album by a musician from Eastern Canada called Adam Baldwin, and I think it's fair to say Chris and I are super fans, right? Super fans.
Could be album I haven't listened to these days.
Right, I listen to it every day. I've met Adam countless times. I've seen him in concert a whole whack of times. So that's an album called Concertos and Serenades. It's an album of songs about sort of the darker side of life in the maritime provinces of Canada, basically. Some of them are based on real people. Some of them are sort of inspired by people. Others are completely fictitious. And there's a song in there called The Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, which is actually what's on the cover. There was a drug running ring back in the 80s where drugs would come up on boats from America offshore from Canada, and they dump the drugs overboard, and fishermen that were in on the take would pick them up and they'd bring them in. And then there was a bunch of funeral homes that would take them away and disperse them, however that happens. And so Adam wrote a song about that, and it then became an independent feature film that debuted at the Toronto International Film Festival to rave reviews, and then now is in the midst of a theatrical run with Cineplex, which is our movie chain across Canada. And I saw it, and oh fuck, man, it's great. I can't wait to see it again. I mean, it's not in the theater now in my town, but it does that song justice. It's fantastic. Uncle Huey, who is the antagonist in the film and the song, perfectly cast. Slimeball asshole as you picture him in the song is exactly what he is in the movie. And I find out, even though it's filmed in Nova Scotia, Uncle Huey lives in my city.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's wonderful. I can't wait for you to see it, Chris, when it comes on streaming, because knowing how much you love the album, you're gonna love the movie. It's fantastic.
So I on Facebook I follow the Lighthouse in Little Lorraine, the film.
Yeah,
and they done a trailer, and I just put a comment underneath. Any chance this is coming to the UK, and whoever runs it replied to my comment saying we're working on it. So it must be like rights and whoever they're going to have to distribute that.
Yeah.
So
I didn't go in with huge expectations because I'm like indie film, right?
Yeah.
Now there is one big name in it. Sean Astin is in there,
Yeah.
the guy that was from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He plays the Catholic priest that in the song Tebow punches out at the church dance. Although that's not the way it happens in the movie. But yeah, I did not expect a lot, and it vastly exceeded my expectations. I came home and I said to my wife, I can't wait for you to see this movie. You're going to love it. And I know you don't give a shit about Adam Baldwin or this album that I'm obsessed with. You're going to love it. And man, it's so good. And Adam makes a great cameo in there. I laughed my ass off.
I saw the trailer where he's kind of with, yeah. He's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, he's an East Coast fisherman in the movie, so it's really, really good. Loved it.
Yeah. For myself, no concerts this year so far, and I'll tell you, there's two reasons for this. Number one, the price. And number two, it's artists I've already seen a few times, and it was kind of same kind of situation as you, Rich. It was kind of, do we really want to travel to Cardiff? You know, pay the money. But then you've got to have food and stuff, and it's kind of. And I just said to Liz, "What do you want to do?" She was like, "Well, we've seen them before, and it's kind of." Now, if it was the Stereophonics, we would have gone.
Right. Different story.
But it was kind of other bands that kind of I was like, I've seen them kind of thing. And a lot of these bands that are touring at the moment, I saw last year, the year before, supporting like Sum 41 and other kind of bands. So they do their own tour, and I'm like, well, I've seen you support an act. Why would I pay to see you and watch another support act kind of situation?
Right.
But
Yeah.
So we've got a bit of a stack for you people in the chat this evening, or if you're going to watch this later. So yeah, can we kick it off? Should we see what everybody's kind of picked? So let me do this. If it works, well done. Rich, would you care to go first?
Sure. What are we doing? Just showing recent picks and things?
Yeah, what we kind of picked up this year so far? Because we're nearly halfway through the year. So let's kind of go, okay, I bought this. Was this a good buy? Was this a bad buy? did I regret this, or am I really happy with this record? So, over to you, mate.
How about if I go with? I'm going to start with my candidate for album of the year for me so far.
Okay.
If I could find it, because there's a pile of here. Oh, there it is. Any guesses what this might be? It's a group that I talk about a lot.
Feeder.
Not Feeder, although that may present itself later. That was my album of the
Busty
year.
Clyro or whatever the name is.
Biffy Clyro, yeah.
Busty Clyro or whatever the hell the name is.
Not Biffy Clyro, because that was my album from last year.
Okay.
Nope, it is, so far, it's the Twilight Sad, their new one. Called, I forget already. I've only played this a few times. Again, it's another one of those ones like, wow, I love this album. I'm going to play this a lot. And then I get sidetracked with 42 other albums. It's called The Long Goodbye. Twilight Sad are out of Scotland. They're kind of a dark, Cure-like group. Dark, moody, sort of shoegazy, which means I'm obviously going to like them a lot. But this kind of chronicles the lead singer, James Graham's mother passing away over the past year, and dealing with, death and sadness and grief, depression, all those dark, moody subjects. Now, you may notice, like right up there's another one of these. So there's a story behind this. So this is signed up there. This is just the album. So what happened was in the run-up to this album coming out, they did a live radio interview show where you could also order either the album or the CD and get that print signed for free. And there was only so many of them. Well, since I already had ordered the album, I went ahead and ordered the CD and got the print suitable for framing. There you go. So, great album. Look back, just like bright yellow colored vinyl. This is right up my alley. I love everything about Twilight Sad. I've seen them several times. I'm hoping they tour this album in the States, because guess who will be there? Me. And speaking of concerts that I missed of bands that I love, Biffy Clyro came to Denver and I did not go.
What?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I was just like, I don't know if it was the creepy, weird weather we were having in spring. I was just like, it would just, everything was doing my head in come around spring. And that's when they came. I think they came like early March. And I was just like, I'm not going to bother. So, oh well, it is what it is. But they played a new venue that I actually wanted to go check out. And the same with Newman. Newman came to town to a new venue that I wanted to check out. And I was just like, I can't be bothered. So I'm just going through a funk. I don't know. We'll see.
How many times have you seen them live?
Who? Biffy Clyro?
Yeah.
2 or 3 times in the UK in the times that I've been, and 3 times here, and I met them, like, there was a teeny weeny hole in the wall venue they played that I met all 3 of them. They signed stuff. It was great. That's what I want to remember. I don't, it's almost like I don't want to go to another concert and not be as, have that experience be dampened by this. I've seen Biffy Clyro here a few times. So I've seen them all over. Newman, I've seen at least 8 times. Do I need another? And he's not touring a new album, so it would be the same kind of thing I've heard already. It's like, I don't know. Get a new album, then come tour. I'll go to that. Cool. I'm getting old. Ugh.
Right. We will go to Rob next.
All right. This is a 45, and I don't normally do much with 45, but this is kind of cool. So Richard's bragging about, I've seen Randy Newman 8 times. That's nothing.
Gary.
Sure, Gary, whoever. 8 times. I've seen this band 54 times.
Which
is a little bit crazy. So a band I've talked about on my channel quite a bit. Blue Rodeo, roots rock band from Toronto. So this is a 45 of a song originally titled Outskirts of Life, and then a live version of the song Try. Here's what's cool about this. This was self-released by the band before they were signed to Warner. So this is not on Warner. This is just on a little sort of almost like promo label. Like I said, they just released it themselves before they were signed. There is only, I believe, 200 copies of this from 1985, I think it was. Like, it even has like their address and their phone number on the bottom of the thing. Like, we're talking like mid 80s, right? So this is number 22 of the 200 that were made. And I have seen photos of this, have never seen it ever. And a buddy of mine was at some kind of like antique collectible show that, you know, where people bring their shit that they think is worth something and you can sell it and whatever. And he sends me a picture, goes, "Do you have this?" And I went, "Holy shit, I've never seen one." He goes, "The guy wants $20 for it." I go, "Can you?" He goes, "Yep." I said, I'll send you a transfer later. So he picked this up for me. It's my favorite band. They're kind of legendary in Canada, in the Hall of Fame here and whatever. So this is their very first single before they were even signed. I think these songs were re-recorded when they were signed to Warner and put out on the album. So yeah, very cool. Outskirts and Try from the self-released debut 45 by Blue Rodeo.
Best $20 you've spent.
I would think so. Yeah.
Have you
and I
tried
look on the listing on Discogs. Mind you, they're not a band that's famous outside of Canada, but on Discogs, there's like 3 people that have it and a lot more that are looking for it. So,
have you tried calling the number?
I have not. That would be neat, though. I wonder who answers.
Let's try it now. Do it.
Call on the landline, Rob.
No, I'll call on my phone because it's a work number and it'll just show up as my employer. So there you
go.
Cool. Right. Okay. This won't come surprise to anybody. Liz came up to Liz was like, "Oh, there's a parcel here for you again." So it's literally, I haven't listened to it yet, but I just thought I'd show it. It's called The Damn Truth. Kind of female lead singer. Here is the band. Have a look at them.
Trippy.
So came on a cool pressing.
Very nice.
So yeah. Put it down as soft rock, maybe kind of music. But yeah, streamed it a few times on Apple Music. Came up, and I thought, right, I'll pick it up, which I did. This year has been a weird year for me, especially when it comes to Rhino. Cam, Vinyl Art Dave, you've got a lot to answer for, mate. So this year, I have got into the Stooges.
Good band to get into.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's cost me a shitload of money.
I'm sure it did.
So you've got the Stooges Funhouse on this one. You've got the Stooges. So I don't know how far down the rabbit hole I'm going to go with this. But I've never seen them out and about. So when it came on Rhino, I don't know why I'm looking like a thumbnail. It's one of them kind of, if I see it, I'll pick it up kind of thing. And I watched kind of like a film about CBGBs. And I enjoyed it so much, it kind of got me into it. So, yeah. Another band that I'm going to show, Robert. So, yes, it is what it is. So there you go. There's the two of us.
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay, so let me just do this. I sent a message to Rob going, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. And he was like, well, you know. And then I slept on it. And then I thought, well, I've got to keep it because if it doesn't get released again for a long time, then I'm going to be kicking myself. Probably my least favorite album, I'd say, probably from my entire collection. Hang on. Bear with me. So, yes, some people from the vinyl community have had a massive impact on my collection in the last 2 years. And this is just a tiny bit of it.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
So, yes. Sam, welcome to the craziness. We're talking about the band. So, yeah, Rock of Ages. What we got here?
Music from Big Pink.
The Band.
That's the best one.
One Rob sent me.
Yep.
Which is amazing. What else I got? Cahoots, which was my favorite one. Surprise, surprise. The best of. Stage Fright. Awesome. And then you've obviously got the band High on the Hog. Rob, what was your take on High on the Hog? What do you think?
And I knew it was going to be shit. So I'm a huge fan of the band. The band broke up with The Last Waltz in 77 or whenever that was. That was kind of their farewell grand extravaganza. And then they reunited in the late 80s and early 90s without Robbie Robertson. No disrespect to the musicianship of the other fellas because they're incredible. But without Robertson, there is something missing. It's like having a hamburger without the beef patty on it. Right? It's just a bun with cheese and bacon. So it's fine. You know, when Levon sings, it sounds kind of like the band. Richard Manuel had committed suicide by that point, so he's on like one of the tracks. So they did 3 albums after Robbie Robertson. They did Jubilation and High on the Hog, and I can't remember the other one, which was the one that was just released that has the pink cover on it. What the hell is that one called?
Jericho. Thank
you. Jericho's okay. But again, not great. The songs are mostly covers. And there's like some famous people that help them, you know, because they're friends with Dylan. And on Jericho, they do a great cover of Springsteen's Atlantic City. But for the most part, those 3 albums are just, you know, they're okay. That High on the Hog is my least favorite of the 3. I don't have a copy of Jericho because it was only pressed once. Or not Jericho, Jubilation. There's a limited press of that from 30 years ago, but maybe they'll redo that one. But I bought it because I have everything by the band. And Chris and I kind of the same reaction. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah, I was listening to it on the record player and I was kind of like, what the is this?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? It's just not connecting with me at all. Like the other albums have. I've ordered Northern Lights off eBay, which is still on its way.
Good.
But I was, and Rob did warn me. You kind of got like, this is not the band as you know the band. So just keep that in mind because
this is not Cahoots. This is not Stage Fright. This is not Islands. You know, this is, you know, it's them trying to hang on to what they were without the magic sauce that made them what they were.
Yeah. So, so, you know, I'm going to continue with the band because I've got this far.
You might as well. You got the cool like Coke bottle colored one, right?
No, it got cancelled.
Oh.
But so there was 2 albums I ordered off Rough Trade. the one got cancelled was the band. I think that was like a green Coke bottle kind
Yeah,
of.
I ordered that one too, and my order got screwed up as well. So I just bought it somewhere else, but I got the black vinyl one.
Yeah, I just went okay. Then they credited me an extra £15 for something else. Blah 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 blah. And out of that money, I bought a box set.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll show you in a bit.
All right.
Rob's had it for over a year.
Oh, okay. I know what one you're talking about.
I've had to wait that long for the price.
Speaking of Atlantic City.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had a few. Got into punk this year as well. Bit of the Ramones, which I'll show in a bit. So I was on a bit of a kick with them. All started with Greatest Hits on Record Store Day, and I kind of went from there. So yeah, so there you go. That's my start. Hey Sam, thanks for joining us, mate. I don't know what time it is there where he is. Is it kind of the same time as you are?
Same time as me. It's just 3:45.
Okay.
I think Sam's on vacation this week, him and the wife.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think they're at a cottage or something.
Nice.
My turn?
Your turn.
It's my turn. What should I show?
Show us some death metal.
What?
Show us some death metal.
Well, not quite.
Taylor Swift.
Oh yes.
Evergreens? This album surprised the hell out of me, and I went ahead and picked it up. This is a relative blind buy for me. Still, there was some channel that was talking about this. It might have been that Grumpy Record Collector guy out of Norway. Can't remember. But anyway, Eye Against Eye. It's Bad Brains are kind of a 80s hardcore punk outfit that kind of morphed into punk, funk, soul, if you will, especially on this album. I absolutely love this. It's super fun. It has that punky edge, but a big melodic element to it on top of that. And I got stuff falling out all over the place. Boring black vinyl. But hey, they can all be gorgeous splatters. But this came out in like 86, I want to say. Somewhere around there. But they were a band that were on my radar, and for the life of me, I don't know why I never picked up on this 40 years ago. So kind of neat that, I could find this now. This is a repress from a couple of years ago. It didn't break the bank, and I was like, what the hell? I'll just pick it up. And I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. I like kind of diving back into old school, especially, bands are like on the old SST label, and I think they originally were. So Minutemen, Husker Du, all of them, Bad Brains, Black Flag. Those are bands I love to come back and just explore more of. Not a band I'll be a completist on, unlike Husker Du, which I have everything. But, a band that if I hear there's something good in their discography, I'll try it out. This fits the bill. So this might be my only Bad Brains, but I might try some more, and I wouldn't be adverse to that. So yeah, the other punky thing that I recently picked up that came out last month, and it's sort of Husker Du related, and that's that Ultra Bomb album. Ultra Bomb's a trio, kind of a super group, where their lead singer is from Soul Asylum. The bassist is Greg Norton, who was in Husker Du. And their drummer, I can't remember, he's in several bands, but it's just kind of been a morphing punk super group. This has a little bit more along the line of like Green Day style punk. So, give it a stream. You might like this. But this is their third album. I like it because of the Greg Norton Husker Du connection. And I saw him with their former guitarist doing covers of all Husker Du songs last summer. I think that's the last concert I went to. It's like last August. And they have local lead singers coming in to fill the front lead because their vocalist had buggered up. and it was fascinating. So I'm hearing, them playing "Celebrated Summer" and all the makes no sense at all from Husker Du with a totally different band setup. So it's like watching a cover group with members from Husker Du. I was totally sold. So yeah, sometimes I go on a little punk bender, and it was a good time. That concert was in just a little teeny music hall with stage on one side of the room, a few seats, and room to stand, and it wasn't remotely sold out, so there was room to breathe, which is always nice. So yeah,
You're quite lucky. You two are quite lucky in Canada and America, I find. This take like you get to see Biffy Clyro in a small venue, which I'd love to do instead of over here. You're talking 20, 30,000
stadium.
people.
Oh right,
yeah. Rob, the darkness.
Yeah.
I was 2 feet away from Justin Hawkins, but let's not talk about that.
Fuck. Well, I took a piss next to Frankie once.
Exactly. At least you knew it was Frankie at the time.
Yeah, he took a piss, zipped up, shook my hand. I said, "You Frankie," shook my hand and walked out. I went,
I know where that hand was last.
So yeah, Frankie was exactly as you imagined him. Like he had the bandana, the jumpsuit, kind of the thing going on, all glamour, and they were supporting. It was a weird one. They were supporting the Offspring in Brixton Academy.
That is weird.
I went to watch the Offspring, and I think the other one in that was All American Rejects were there as well, which was So
I saw them when I saw them. I don't. They weren't supporting anyone. They were the headliner, but they tour much smaller venues here, obviously. So the venue that I saw the Darkness at was maybe 500 people.
What was the sound like, Rob?
Shit.
Ooh, that's sad.
And that wasn't them. That was the venue. It was crap.
Okay.
It was crap. If you didn't already know the songs, then you'd be like, what are they saying?
Right. Okay.
And that wasn't. It's just the acoustics were shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it's interesting that some of the stadiums around here are like that. Where you could go to where the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche play. It's basically a hockey/basketball arena. And some concerts, it doesn't matter where you sit, it sounds okay, but it never sounds amazing. Then other seats, you can't. What song is this? All it's like, yeah. So God, you just never know with a venue.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going off subject here slightly, but there's news of they're building a sphere on the Thames in London. So bands like The Darkness, and they're big in Britain. They're not so big over the pond, obviously, but stuff like that. But I'm going to make a prediction. I think U2 are going to open it.
They should, yeah.
I think because they did the one in Vegas. They were the first ones there, weren't they?
Yep.
And I know you two are massive U2 fans.
Oh yes.
Video coming soon.
We should do a video about that, Richard.
That's true. Yeah. I think we should do, I don't know, where would somebody who wanted to get started in YouTube, where would you recommend they start?
That's a good idea. And someone might show a certain YouTube record that someone else has been longing for a very long time. Every day now I've been looking online and it's like $400. I'm like, I can't do it.
Which one are you looking for, Rob?
The Record Store Day release of Songs of Innocence. Oh, he's going to do it. Here he goes.
He's going to be a son of a bitch.
I just happen to have it back here, so.
Son of a bitch. Because I want it even more now, because when Richard and I recorded our video, I find out that the track listing on that is different than the regular release of the album. So I'm like, now there's stuff on there that I don't have. So I got to get it.
Sorry. Hey, you had that U22.
U22. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do Live from the Sphere release.
Why would you though, right? Because on the Sphere is not about what it sounds like. The Sphere is what it looks like, right? So if they're going to do it, you put out a Blu-ray or something.
Do a box set.
Sure.
I can imagine trying to film something in the Sphere. That would be freaky.
You?
How would you do it?
I don't know.
You'd have to have drones.
You'd have to film it with all these cameras and make it into a VR thing, and like you'd have to watch it through like an Oculus or something.
Yes, you would. Ooh.
The future of concerts has just been predicted by Rob.
Oh God, I'm not buying an Oculus.
You heard it here first.
Okay, cool. All right, Rob.
All
over
right.
to you, mate.
Record store day.
Okay.
I've on my channel shared my thoughts about record store day, and suffice to say, I'm not overly jazzed about it. They're not great record stores in my town, so I never hold out any hope of finding the things that I want to find, and I usually have to rely on either the aftermarket or people I know, and I'm quite thankful actually that this platform has networked me with friends in various parts of the world. And one of them came through for me on Record Store Day. They're like, hey, you were looking for this thing and this thing, right? My local asset. So our good friend Music Talk with John was able to hook me up. And I'll show those in a minute, but that's not what I'm going to show. On Record Store Day, I went to the one independent chain store called Sunrise Records in my town, because they do Record Store Day, but they do a half-assed job of it. But no one goes to that store for Record Store Day. So I went. Had none of the three things I was looking for, but they had a Ghosts of Record Store Day past sale. So anything that was from a previous Record Store Day was 80% off.
Holy.
Wow. So Black Friday Record Store Day last year, there was one thing I was looking for and I was never able to get my hands on it. And that was Fleetwood Mac Live 1975. So this is a double LP. So records in Canada, a little expensive these days. A double LP in Canada is probably going to run you like $60 Canadian. I got this with taxes. I think I paid $14.
Oh my God. Wow.
I was just like, cool, because I had been looking for it. What's neat about that, I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan, and Fleetwood Mac of all lineups, not just the Rumors Fleetwood Mac, I like all of it. This is kind of cool, and the reason that I wanted it, this is 1975, so this is pre-Rumors. This is just when the first album with Lindsay and Stevie was out. This is the first tour with Lindsay and Stevie as members of the band. So there are a couple songs on here that people would know that are of that era of Fleetwood Mac. So there is Rhiannon, there is Landslide, there is Blue Letter. Everything else is pre-Lindsay and Stevie. So like Peter Green, Fleetwood Mac, Bob Welch, Fleetwood Mac, like that, those two lineups, before Lindsay and Stevie joined. So you get Lindsay and Stevie doing songs like The Green Manalishi and some of those early British blues kind of songs. So it's kind of cool because it's kind of almost a time capsule. You get the most popular lineup of the band doing songs from the most underappreciated lineup of the band, if you will. So
okay.
There's the gatefold, as we always show. It's on clear vinyl. So I was glad on Record Store Day that I didn't find the things that I was looking for, but I got something from a past Record Store Day for stupid cheap. There you go.
Talking about Record Store Day and kind of that kind of theme, but over in Britain we've got the UK National Album Release Day. So they release stuff from past stuff. So I picked up Travis the Man Who on white vinyl. They re-released it. I haven't been on vinyl for such a long time. Embrace, another album, another band that probably nobody's heard of in America, maybe apart from Richard. But stuff like that. Stereophonics released an album that I've got here somewhere. But I can't understand why they don't do this in Canada. Because can you imagine now? Happy Canada Day, happy Vinyl Day. a release from a Canadian artist that hasn't been released for such a long time, make it a day of it, make it all Canadian.
Yep.
Is it anything like that at all, Rob, where you are?
Well, there's the Canadian, there is Record Store Day Canada. So they backpack on the regular Record Store Day and add some Canadian only releases, but that might be a dozen releases, and most of them are kind of shit. Most of them you're kind of like, there's always one big, like this year was a band called 5440.
Yeah.
Who are great.
Which I can't find. I want that one too.
Yeah. So they did a release. They were like the Record Store Day Canada ambassadors. And I think the year before was, I don't remember. Anyway, there's always one sort of big one, which is great. And then a bunch of kind of mediocre releases. So yeah, I wish that we did more of that, because there's a lot of great Canadian music. Like I was thinking, there's this one artist that I really like, a singer named Davina Doyle. She's also a radio host. She just put out a new song. It's her first music in like 7 years. And, she's got some great albums that were on CD only and haven't been reproduced since, 1999 or, early 2000s. And I go, man, it would be great to put those albums out again, because it's almost like they're all not quite lost to time, but it's like the only way you're going to get it is either stream it or hopefully find a used copy on CD that's 25 years old. And like there's a whole bunch of that kind of great Canadian, and there is, I'm sure, your countries as well, but there's a lot of great local music from 25 years ago, and like that stuff would be just prime for doing a vinyl release, but no dice.
Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm done with Record Store Day, and this is why, right? Because the next day at 8 p.m. on Rough Trade, you can buy whatever they've got left with free shipping from me in the UK. So I'm like, what kind of example? And by the way, Rob, if you can get this, get it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I need it. Crazy expensive over here.
I think on Rough Trade, because I had a bit of credit, I paid £60, which works at 120 Canadian dollars, 130, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a 5 disc box set. Brilliant.
I need.
It's got Dancing in the Dark, if you know that song.
I may have heard it before.
So, and I will say this, I've been saving up for the last couple of months. I think I'm going to get the Lost Tracks 9 LP.
Yeah.
I think I am.
I don't know if I'm going to do that one. I don't know. Unless I find it.
You can lend it. I'll send it to you. You can lend it. But the only problem is I don't think you'll send it back. Do you know why?
Because it probably costs $500 to send it back to you. It'd be cheaper if I put it in my backpack and hopped on an airplane.
Yeah. Probably.
I can fly Toronto direct to Cardiff now. So.
Yes, you can, mate. No more excuses.
I know.
So Boz is saying 5440 is great. I have 3 of their albums.
I only have one.
I think I have 2 or 3. Well, I have 1 on vinyl and 2 on CD.
I have 1, and would it surprise you to say I got it from Tim and he got it signed by the band?
Well, there you go.
What a show. I know.
These days it goes hand in hand, Rob.
Right?
You could just turn around. You don't have to leave your house now. You could just do me a favor, Tim. If you're going to watch them, can you have them sign this for me? Just send it to you.
While you're there.
Who did he went to a concert? Who did he meet? Did he say? I can't remember.
He met one of the guys from Yes.
Yeah.
And then he met I forget the singer, what her name was. Julie Andrew, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know her, so.
No, I had to go on Apple Music and see what it was. I'm watching live streams with Rob takes me like 4 hours because they mention an album and then I'm on Apple Music streaming and see what the hell is it all about. Well,
listen, don't stream that country album I was talking about, because that's going to be a waste of your time.
I don't know. The song you said to check out was pretty cool.
It's terrible.
The new album I do like a lot.
Yeah.
And then guess what, Rich? Went on their freaking website, went to the cart to add it, said, sorry, we do not ship to your location.
I get that sometimes too. So, especially now, thanks to a certain president.
Oh. Yes. Mr. Orange himself. Right, okay, so I freaking loads here. My mate Johnny, who goes to record shops with me, it was my birthday last month, and he knows how much of a fan I am of this band. And he got me the 10-inch box set, the limited edition one.
Oh, neat.
Cool.
So the cool thing about this is nobody's going to give a shit in the comments, but this is the DVD of them live in Morpher Stadium in front of like 60 odd thousand people. And this was the first ever gig I went to.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's got 10 inches. So it covers Performance and Cocktails, Rob, which I've sent you.
Yep.
So, but it's got like all the singles. So there's like one track on each side.
That's cool.
So, I'm going to be honest. I tried playing it once or twice, and I'm such a lazy bastard now. I can't be bothered to get up.
Just put your chair right in front of the turntable.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it sits right here. So I'm only allowed in here, the kids and Liz, but so I can see. Another box set I picked up that I waited for months and months. Rob knows what's coming.
Yep.
And it is Nebraska, the box set. When did you get yours? Now, let's do a time frame here.
Whenever it came out, was like a year and a half ago or something. Whatever the hell it was.
So, I got this kind of.
You have to because you love that album so much.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm such a nice person. People disagree with that one. People who don't know me will think that. That I had a vinyl replays on Grey Smoke vinyl. So I sent it to Daryl.
Good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And
Because he's never going to get it, is he? When he is, it's like ridiculous.
What are your thoughts on the box set?
Freaking love it. Electric. You were right. It's the best.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
have to wonder if they're going to release that electric just as a single.
I
would
said this to
love-
Rob.
I would buy it.
It's cool. It's got the booklet inside as well. Kind of built in.
You know what they'll do? They'll wait like a couple years because they want everyone to buy the box set, and that's the big carrot to buy the box set. And then once the sales for the box set have petered out to nothing, then they'll release it as a standalone for the people that didn't want to buy the box set. That's what'll happen. And then I'll probably buy the standalone one. Just
Well, they'll add extra shit to it, make it a double album with So,
Right. On that note, I'm about to piss Rob off. So, on one hand, he's going to go great album. On the second hand, he's going to go, oh, why have you got that? Have you been speaking to Daryl?
Uh-oh. Oh, God, no. You've been speaking to Daryl? What are you doing? No.
Funny enough, he was on sale.
The only thing worse than Nickelback is Bob Dylan.
this is true.
What did Daryl say once that really tickled me? He said there's somebody came in dressed as Chad Kroger or something, and they had like it was like a fancy dress, and he had a nickel on his back or something.
Something like that.
God.
So yeah, that one. I did touch on this earlier on. Starting to get into the Ramones. So this is Rocket to Russia. Which is there's no gatefolds of this one, just on black vinyl. But yeah, enjoying the Ramones. I don't think I'm gonna go down the live route because there's just too many. They're kind of like the Grateful Dead on Record Store Day. You know something's coming.
Of course.
So I remember speaking to Steve Carlson actually about it, and he said, "Look, Chris, just get the albums. Don't worry about the live stuff." Because
That's something Steve would say. I think Steve is a completist for everything. So it's like if he buys one, he has to buy all 12 or what have you.
Yeah. The other one I picked up, I got into. These are the zombies, and this is Odyssey Oracle. This is the mono pressing, came on green vinyl. So I got that one, and I've got the other one here somewhere. Whatever it is. Can't find it. Whatever. But I picked that one up. A band that's been around for a while that I decided to pull the trigger on, and it's the Black Crows, new one.
And?
Yeah, it's good. It's
Yeah?
good. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, Rob. I think you would too, to be honest.
Okay. I've got Shake Your Moneymaker and what's the other one? Southern Harmony.
Southern Harmony, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Those are the two that I love. Those are my
Love
favorite.
them. Yep.
Right, it's time to play my favorite game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, guess the color of the vinyl?
What color would you say the vinyl is looking at this record?
Same color as the title.
Rich?
I agree. I will double that.
Okay.
Probably blue.
Clear.
Clear.
I actually got this from a record shop in Carmarthen me and John went to, so.
Well, that's cool.
That's even better. I approve.
Even better. Yeah.
My Slate Alive is that color.
It's the album's called Pound of Feathers, and I really like it. I really do like it. If I'm being honest, it took me a few streams to listen to it, to try and really get into it. But once I did, I was like, yeah, this is really good. Sunday album. Okay.
Yep.
Sunday album.
Is that Nickelback record Shit Brown by any chance?
It's just black.
Oh, okay. It should be Shit Brown.
I knew I'd
Hey,
get a reaction copy, Rob.
Since they're called Nickelback, a little trivia for it. Do you know what's on the back of a Canadian nickel?
Go on.
You know what a nickel is, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't know what you call them over there. It's 5-cent piece. It's a beaver, just in case you wanted to know.
Because
the queen is on the front, and then there's a beaver on the back.
You still got the queen on the front of yours now.
Yeah, we just put the king on the I believe the $2 coin is the first one the king's going to be on.
Okay. I got Nickelback. This was a price drop as well. The greatest hits.
If you paid a nickel, you should get it back.
I paid £5 actually.
Well, that's £6 too much.
We should have paid you to take it out of the store.
Good Lord.
It was off Amazon. I had some birthday vouchers. Everybody asked me what I wanted. I said, just give me Amazon vouchers. I can get what the hell I want. Pretty much. So yeah. Sorry, Richard. Bring the show back to normality there, mate. It's over to you.
Don't show any Nickelback.
That's no problem there. No.
Excellent. Sanity will prevail.
I had that one Nickelback album way back when on CD.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw them live. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
How about used albums that you're so happy to have? And this would be my favorite find.
There he is.
Max
Mr.
Webster.
Mitchell. Yes, sir.
Universal Juveniles. The cover is just, held together with tape and gum and God knows what else, but the vinyl is like clean as. So I was super happy to find this. I had been looking for Max Webster in the wild since maybe just after I joined the VC because, you get Brian on Rob's live stream and this band comes up.
Yep.
How much you want? Guess what part of the store I found Max Webster albums?
The dollar bin.
So I was going to say dollar bin.
No, but are they filed under M?
No.
They should be.
Both times I've found Max Webster has been filed under W.
Because Max Webster is not a guy.
but they don't.
Wow.
So I understand it. Even when I took this in checkout, they're like, "Whoa, Max Webster." Well, we don't hear about them very often. So the people
at
that
least
work
they knew
there
it was a band.
they were a freaking band. So here's the funny thing about this album is not even a couple of weeks ago. Do I have it here? I went to the shop that's right near my house that I could almost walk to, and they were having a big CD blowout. And what did I find?
There you go.
I wish it was a different title because I want more Max Webster. I have this and I have a couple of others now. I really want that live album because everyone says that's amazing. The Max Webster live.
I'll keep it. I mean, next time I go to like the antique mall or whatever, where there's some record vendors, Max Webster albums are a dime a dozen.
See, and I figured they would be. It's interesting because even if I look on eBay, they're the faction of people that put them up for sale and they want nothing for them. But then, of course, shipping is stupid money, so it cancels itself out. And or they know what they have and they want $30 for the CD, and I'm like, Jesus. So I just can't win. One more used one that I'm glad I found.
I'll bring it up real quick. This is the one that is super easy to find. It's called A Million Vacations. Like this, yes, I see the dollar bin all the time. That's
wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's that had their biggest
on my short list.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Okay. And this is the other album that I was like, oh my God, I finally found a clean copy of Styx Crystal Ball. I know a lot of people are like, ew, Styx sucks. Ugh. This is, pre-Babe Styx, so it's a little bit more hard rocking, proggy almost. Bought this mainly because I really wanted to have Put Me On back on vinyl because that's the B-side, I think, to like Fooling Yourself or something. I had it when I was a kid. Never had this album on vinyl, and I pulled this out of the sleeve and I went, holy shit, this thing looks like it's never been played, and this came out in like 1974. So, mine. So there you go. Used albums, and I'm like, yes, finally. Then others, I bought other used albums. It's like, oh, I'll take a chance on that because it's only $5. I'm to the point where I'm a sucker for a bargain, and I'll take a chance on a bargain, but I'm not taking a chance on $37 album I've never heard before because it just got reissued and da-da-da. No, especially not when I could find on CD for 1/3 the price. An example of that is that Alice in Chains album. This was $37 on vinyl, $7 on CD.
I've got a Styx album.
I saw that Equinox. It's a great album. I like that one.
Bob sent it to me as VCLT, and he said that I need to get into Styx. So there it is.
You do. They're a fun band. People, shit all over them, but they did some really good music, and I saw them live with Gowan. Being the front man, and it was a great show. Tommy Rich is doing amazing guitar work and singing for his age, and I can't complain about that show one bit. It was really good.
Cool. Sorry, Liz has just texted me in the musical. She sent me pictures. I'm a bit busy, love. So yeah, cool. Well done, Rich. And it's good. It's really good to see some kind of used vinyl, because I don't know if you are I'm the same, but I usually buy new vinyl these days, kind of because Amazon's there, eBay's there, Discogs is there. It's kind of the new generation of collecting vinyl records, and sometimes you have to do Amazon. I'm sorry, you have to. It's kind of
fine.
This price. You could now. I try and support record shops as much as I possibly can. Okay. Which is kind of hard where I live because we've got one, and I want the album tomorrow. Like I've seen it, I want to get it now. Where if you go to the record shop, I'm not sure if I can get it, kind of thing, and then it's an extra £20 on top than it would be to buy directly from Amazon.
And it might be there in 2 weeks. And
Yeah, obviously you've got the color variants that Amazon do as well. You know, they're kind of exclusives, and you're like, oh, I gotta get that now. So yeah,
Always.
okay. Look who's here. It's Mr. Mark Morris.
Morris.
Woohoo!
Friday live stream. I thought this was a Sunday event. No, mate. I wanted my
It's
mates
not.
on. Wanted to get my mates on.
Special event.
Special, yeah. That's me all over, really, isn't it? Special. Yeah. Okay, Rob, over to you, mates. What are you going to
All
show?
right. Speaking of Amazon, I bought this off Amazon. I know Richard likes this guy. And I tell Richard he needs to buy this record. Elvis.
Oh, yes. And I still have it.
So this is called Epic, which I'm so smart. It wasn't until it was physically in my possession that I realized that Epic stood for Elvis Presley in concert, which is what it says underneath the word Epic. And I'm like, well, that's clever.
Look at his face.
Rob
Same.
said he could join tonight, and I just sent a message, Epic, and he's like, has he seen that film?
So I have not seen the film. It's the Baz Luhrmann Elvis pick. I haven't seen it yet. Original motion picture soundtrack. This is fucking fantastic. There he's there. Rich and I have sort of talked about this. I'm a big fan of that like 68 comeback special and the period immediately after that. When he starts to get into like the diamond studded jumps, I still think he's cool as hell, which I didn't appreciate when I was younger. But that starts, I still like it, but it gets a little too showman, you know,
Yes.
right?
I agree.
There's that like 2-year period there where it's the king is back, but he's not doing all the stupid, weird jumpsuit, karate, fucking dumb stuff, right? Which I still appreciate. So this is just that sweet spot. So this is fantastic. The only complaint I would have, it's not really a complaint, it doesn't tell you where any of the tracks are sourced from. It doesn't be like, this was at the Las Vegas, whatever. It doesn't tell you, because I think what he's done is he's taken multiple performances and kind of edited the best together. But who cares? It's Elvis. It's live. It's from that awesome period right after the 68 comeback special. And it is really, really good. I freaking love this. So I still got to see the movie, but record's awesome.
Newsflash, I looked on Amazon. You know how you can rent stuff? For the longest time, that thing was renting for like $25. They've knocked it down to about $5 or $6. So I'm tempted to go, I've never rented a movie from Amazon, but I might make an exception for that. It would be something I want to see, but I don't want to, go crazy. The whole IMAX thing would have been very cool, but still.
I think I might procure it through questionable digital means.
I'm sure it's procurable.
Probably.
Right, YouTube police.
YouTube.
I didn't say anything.
Well, welcome to the Bootleggers live stream.
Bootlegger series, yes. Cool. Right, good choice, Rob. I'm not going to beat you, but I'll give it a crack.
Oh, you'll beat it.
Okay, let's talk about a Welsh band. And it's not the Stereophonics.
There's another one?
And then his phone rung.
I'm still working, man.
So, the Manic Street Preachers. Richard will probably know who these are.
I know who they are. Would you believe I have nothing by them? Not one album. I don't know why.
The earliest stuff is, they were massive over here, obviously, being from Wales. They came out before the Stereophonics, kind of before Catatonia and all the rest of them, Super Furry Animals. This is a different kind of album completely. You've got Nicky Wire, who lives in Tenby, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was in. I've spoken to Nicky, really, really tall guy. And yeah, but it's brilliant. Critical thinking, good album all the way through. No skips for me on this one. It's kind of like they're experimenting with kind of different stuff. There's the band. There's Nicky. There's James, the lead singer, and the drummer. Don't know his name. Sorry. But yeah, Welsh band, been around for such a long time. This was another one I was quite tempted to go and watch live, but it's just the price again. It's, £140 for one ticket standing. Yeah, this came on red vinyl. I also picked this up from the record shop me and John went to, along with the Black Crows I picked up. So yeah, a bit of the Manic Street Preachers for you. I know people like Gav Axman Spin, Cam, Vinyl Narrative, David Atkinson, all big Manic Street Preachers fans. Christian, the Vinyl Sanctuary, is also a big fan. Yeah, so I'm not going to show a load more because I'm running a bit low now, so we've still got quite a bit of time to go. So, yeah, Manic Street Preachers. Give them a stream. Tell me what you think. So,
where to start with them? Where would you recommend like the newbie goes? And do they have a best of or greatest hits thing too?
They do have greatest hits, but it's not on vinyl. Well, it's only on CD. Holy Bible's a good one. There's a few, but I think they've done like 13 studio albums at this point. So if I was you, Rich, if you were going to get into them, I'd probably say go on, I don't know, Amazon Music or whatever you use, and just have a look at their greatest hits and then kind of go from there. Yeah, that's what I do. I am the greatest hits guy.
Really?
Aren't I, Rob?
You know he's the greatest hits guy?
You have a few.
If nobody hasn't seen Rob's video covering greatest hits that Daryl did, go and watch it. I might have made an appearance. That's all I'm saying. So.
I barely even remember that video. That was a while ago. Of course, I don't remember why I walk into a room most days. So.
Oh, that's me most days.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, since you were talking about Welsh bands, okay, I mentioned a Welsh band, but in the video that I did yesterday, I actually forgot to mention that they were a Welsh band. I put it in the description, but anyway. Los Campesinos.
Yeah.
And they're out of Cardiff.
That
so
sounds Welsh. That really sounds Welsh.
Actually, it sounds very Spanish.
Exactly.
Who knew? I actually had no idea there were Welsh for the longest time. Then I went, where are they from? Oh, they're from Wales. Holy crap. Yeah, they're out of Cardiff. But this band, I've actually been into them since forever, and I saw them on this tour. And this album came out in like 2005 or 2008, somewhere around there. So it's been around for a while. But they are, I mean, just from the cover art, you're getting into something kind of quirky and weird and wonderful. Song titles. Their song titles are like books and novels in and of themselves. Yeah. But they're one of those bands where, their lead singer is the lyricist, and he must be very literate and, went to the University of something and majored in, English literature or whatever. He writes amazingly quirky poetry about everything under the sun, and sometimes it doesn't really go together. And I'm going, how in the world do you remember the lyrics to this song when there's like 14 verses and God knows what else? I love them. To me, they're kind of what I call quirky Casio keyboard band, where they have like, kooky little strings of keyboard playing. Then there's like, 7 people on stage, and it's just manic. But it's so much fun. I attribute Cam over at Vinyl Narrative for getting me back into them and looking up to see, wow, can I get this, their debut album on vinyl? Lo and behold, I could get it, and it wasn't terribly expensive. I was like, what the heck? Picked up this one, and I picked up their next one called Romance is Boring, that I never had. I thought I did. I thought I had it on the CD, and I didn't. So it's like, oh my God, I got to get that one too. So yeah, Los Campesinos out of Wales, amazing band, a lot of fun, quirky, goofy. I like bands like that. You might like them too. But there you go, a Welsh band that will surprise you.
Cool, mate. Cool, very cool. I'm going to be honest. I've never heard of them, and I'm from Wales. Cam sent me a message, check these guys out. So I was like, okay. And then you showed it. It's like, right, okay, maybe I should get it.
I'll show it again. They're not for everybody, I will say that. But knowing what I was into around the turn of the century, like 2000 to about 2010, I was looking for quirky, unusual bands that were not mainstream. And I fell into the world of Biffy Clyro, Feeder, Them, whoever else, the group called The Music out of Manchester. All these bands, I was like, I can't find it in the United States. And so I sought it. I sought after it and ended up with a bunch of bands that people were like, who the hell are they? Oh, they're a math rock group that put out one album. Guess who has it? Me. And I think that's sort of maybe an eclectic thing about my collections. I have mainstream stuff to really weird stuff that people are like, who the heck is that? And I like that.
Just think how much the vinyl community has cost us.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
Lots and lots of money. It's all his fault.
Yeah. Right. Before I go to Rob, 2 secs. Mark, I'm dropping off work. I better get back at it. I love you guys. Cheers, Mark. Yeah. When I do live streams sometimes, and it's kind of people come on and going, "Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be working. Don't tell anybody, but enjoy the show." Yeah. Over to you, mate. What have you got?
All right. Richard might know this guy. Do you know a punk band from LA called X? You heard of them?
Yes. Oh, I love them. I've loved them since the 70s.
All right. I don't know shit about them, but one of the founding members of X was a guy by the name of John Doe.
Yes.
Okay. So you probably don't even know this exists. This is John Doe's country album.
I want that so badly.
So this is John Doe and the Sadies. So I've talked about the Sadies before. They're a band from Toronto. They do country, they do rock, they do blues, they do like alternative. They're kind of chameleons. They can do anything. They were Nico Case's backing band for a while. These guys are phenomenal. I love them. Seen them a bunch of times because for me they're a local band. I've met them a bunch of times. Just a couple years ago, Dallas, the one brother, he died very unexpectedly, and they're continuing on as a trio. This is John Doe and the Sadies. It's called Country Club. It is a country album, very country, which is weird because you got a punk singer and a rock band making a very country record. This came out in 2009 on Yep Rock. Some of the Sadies' early albums, very hard to find, including this one. I snagged it off of eBay for a hell of a deal just recently. There's only a couple Sadies records I'm missing, but this is the only time I've ever seen it in the wild is the copy that I'm holding in my hand. So very hard to find. And as I'm putting it on my turntable, I'm listening it and I'm reading the liner notes and I'm seeing all of the people that appear on here. Like Bruce Good, who's one of the Good brothers, Margaret Good, who's their brother, Kathleen Edwards, another Canadian singer-songwriter that I'm a big fan of. And then I see a name on here, Bob Egan, who's a good friend of mine. And as I'm listening to it, I text Bob and go, holy shit, man, I didn't know you were on this record. He goes, holy shit, man, I forgot I played on that record. What songs did I do again? So he goes, are you sure? And I sent him a picture that he goes, oh, yeah, because he's done a ton of session work. My buddy Bob, for those watching that, if anyone gives a shit, used to be in Wilco before he came to Canada and joined another band. But, great record. I figured Richard would probably know who John Doe was. So there you go. That's John's country record. And I'm glad I have it. Is it going to be one I listen to a lot? No, but because would like to be a completist on the Sadies. I had to pick it up. I'm going to show this one. I'm going to show this one. So I went recently to see another guy that I like, Alan Doyle, who's a singer-songwriter from Eastern Canada, Newfoundland. Used to be part of Great Big Sea for our American friends. Big fan of Alan, and I've seen him more times than I can count. A friend of mine plays in his band. So I went and saw him in Kitchener, Ontario at a venue that I go to all the time. And the opener was a band called the East Pointers. And as my wife sends stuff to the printer, even though she knows I'm live on YouTube at the moment.
I can't hear it. You're good.
Okay, good. These Pointers are a duo from Prince Edward Island, which is a small province in the East Coast. Okay, like enough already. God damn. I had heard of these guys, but not like I'm a big fan of Eastern Canadian music, but I had heard about them because there is a kids group from Australia called the Wiggles.
Yes.
I've seen the Wiggles in concert because I have a young kid. Well, he was young at the time. And these guys did something with the Wiggles. And I'm like, these Pointers. When I found out they're Canadian, I'm like, huh, weird. So I had heard of them. They were a trio at the time, but the one cousin died unexpectedly. Common thread, I guess, among these two albums. Anyway, so I was thrilled to see them open for Alan Doyle. And it's that Eastern Canadian folk, very Irish sounding music. Very, very Irish sounding music. A lot of fiddle, that kind of stuff. And I dig it. It's very cool. So I saw them and this was their new album, and I met them and they signed it for me. So some good Eastern Canadian maritime folk Irish kind of music. Good stuff.
Cool.
Very nice. So, fun fact about John Doe is that I've seen John Doe with X. I think I've seen them twice. Then, too much to my surprise, I went to go see Blondie. Garbage opened, and then before that, it was John Doe and Exene Cervenka doing kind of an acoustic thing that was very country fueled, which kind of made me go, maybe I should find that John Doe Sadie's thing. Okay, there's another question. Where would one start with Sadie's? Because I can't find their stuff either. That's a good question. I started with ignore their first record or their second record. I'm not a big fan. Their third album, which is called Tremendous Efforts, which is only available on CD, is awesome. That's the one that got me hooked. It opens with the Sadies and Greg from Blue Rodeo doing a very rock cover of Loved on Look, which is an Elvis song. And it's fucking phenomenal. That would be cool.
They do it so well. So I'd go Tremendous Efforts, or the live album that I showed on my live stream the other day is fantastic. You won't find it on vinyl because it's really expensive. But that live record is great because it showcases a lot of their collaborations with other people. Any of the albums after Tremendous Efforts are really good. I don't think you can, other than Pure Diamond Gold, that's the one, that album kind of not great. But any of the other ones, they're all a good jumping off point.
They're one of those bands, it's like, you mention them all the time, and I haven't, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to look them up, and I never do. And there's that running, I need to keep the list running because I keep forgetting half of these.
So after Dallas died, their friend and longtime collaborator in other projects is a guy named Rick White, who's a alternative rock musician from the Maritime somewhere. He's teamed up with them, and they did an album as Rick White and the Sadies. And it took the Sadies music and made it sound more like garage rock, and it's fantastic. Then Rick White and the Sadies did a live album, which is really good. So, And then the Sadies and Rick White and Greg from Blue Rodeo did an album called The Unintended, which is a kind of a sort of alt rock punk kind of record. Really good.
Jeez.
So
That would be fun.
or if you want to go a little more mainstream, pick up Nico Case's Furnace Room Lullaby because the Sadies are her backing band. So yeah, start with maybe Tremendous Efforts would be where I would go because that Elvis cover is, and there's some blistering guitar rock on there. There's a song called Ridge Runner or something where it's just like a sort of a country rock kind of picking thing, and it repeats, but each time it repeats, it gets faster and faster. And by the time you get to the end, you're like, how are they moving their fingers that fast? It's insane. Ridge River Run is what it's called. Really good.
There we are, Rich.
Thank you. Got it. Got my list. I noticed you left because you didn't want to be further influenced by this guy.
That must be it. Or he needed another beer.
There you go.
That's it.
Alan Doyle, Whiskey, one of the songs.
That's called 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes whiskey. The singer's getting sore. The band is blistered, but we got a little more. Yeah, great.
That's a good tune. That's a
Great
beat.
song.
Really a beat. Cool. Right. Okay. So a quick look here. How are we doing for time? We're not doing too bad. Okay. So it's time for a greatest hits. that I
No.
picked up this year.
No.
I
No.
know. Richard, do not piss your pants. It's Feeder.
Yes. About frickin' time, dude.
This is the singles.
And it's so good.
It is very good. I'll show you the inside. There's the original band now. I'm going to question Richard on this in a minute. So there's the original band. Now, as we know, they won't bring out any stuff that the drummer was in. He's the one over here. But they brought out the singles, which quite surprised me, Rich, because they haven't released any of the earlier albums on vinyl. But then they kind of... This was a quiet drop, actually.
Well, no, it's actually a reissue. It came out in the early 2000s. I think the track list is identical. I think they just wanted to reissue to shut a lot of people up about getting some of those early records reissued. 'Cause I just don't think they want to do it.
So some of the tracks, there's quite a few actually. Come Back Around Buck Rogers, Just the Way I'm Feeling, Lost and Found. My favorite one they did to this day is Just a Day. I love that song.
Yes.
Comfort in Sound, Feeling the Moment, Burn Bridges, Tumble and Fall, Tender, Save Us, 7 Days in the Sun. What a song. Insomnia, Turn, Yesterday Went Too Soon. It packed.
And every single one of those was a chart single. They have a ridiculous. They're like Stereophonics. They have a shitload of singles that it seemed like hardly anyone outside of UK, Wales, etc. And that's another Welsh band. Hello.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just so people in North America know, that Feeder album you can actually get, that singles you can get on Amazon. It was and somehow distributed in North America. It's relatively cheap. It's in the 20s. I want to say it's pretty. That is a very good deal.
I think I got this from the band's website. Came on pink vinyl. So look, 2006 this came out originally, Rich.
Okay, 2006. I knew it was in the 2000s somewhere. But yeah, that was back in the days where I think I ordered my original from the band because it wasn't mass distributed. I have several albums they did that they didn't do.
How many albums are you missing at this point?
I'm missing all the original OG, like the first several and Echo Park and all of those, but everything from Comfort and Sound up, I have all their newer ones. I have all of those. So there's only like maybe 3 or 4 that I don't have on vinyl, but I have them on CD. So there you go.
Quickly, let me just show another one. I did mention he did on the Zombies. This came on as quite a cool coloured vinyl here. So it's like a grey kind of smoke. The laptop just does not do this justice. But
It's
yeah,
really cool looking though.
so there's that one. I'm going to freaking open, you imbecile. I'm going to surprise a lot of you here. So I picked up Keith Sutherland's new album, country pop, I'd say. This came on a grey slate again. So this is the third album I got from him. I watched him live 2 years ago in Cardiff, and he was good, really good. I like his kind of music, kind of country pop. So yeah, this one's called Grey. It's on grey slate vinyl. So, and I'll keep the other one for last, I think. So, right, okay. Nothing in the comments, which is brilliant. Over to you, Rich.
Make your job easy.
It does.
All right. Since we're on greatest hits and whatnot, I'm going to throw two that I think either of you might like, or you might go, nah, not for me. And first of all, it's this guy.
Okay.
Bob Gold, who is my hero from Husker Du, who I followed every incarnation of his career. I have met him. I have the whole 9 yards. Love this guy. So this is Distortion, the best of 1989 to 2019. Around this time, he released his entire discography over a few box sets that are now pretty hard to find. But I had most of them on vinyl. I was like, I don't need this. But anyway, yeah. Hey, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah. If you are unfamiliar with Bob Mould and you want kind of like an overview of pretty much everything he's done since going solo, after post Husker Du, there's Sugar stuff on here. There's most of his solo stuff. There's even some of his weird era electronica stuff that isn't half bad. But yeah, it's. And he does a lot of his album photography, which I think is pretty cool. I think this is just on black vinyl. Let me double check. Yeah, it is. But this has the hits, all the MTV stuff that I used to watch in the 80s when I was in college and whatnot, all the way through his career and living in New York and DC, where I met him, and yeah, and beyond. So Bob Mould, lead singer of Husker Du, went solo, formed Sugar, went solo again, reformed Sugar. This is a concert I'm going to in August, the Sugar reunion. That's coming up, and I am going to that. Damn it! So there's that.
Just a quick one there, Rich.
What?
What kind of genre would you put him on his own there?
Definitely alt rock. He kind of went from, Husker Du was hardcore punk, and then it went a little bit more mainstream. Always in a trio, so it's guitars, bass, drums, and a lot of fuzz, distortion, whatnot. But the songwriting is there, especially the Sugar stuff, which is still guitar rock, but it's very hooky and lyrical and just fun to listen to. Then his later stuff is a little bit more introspective as he gets older. So it's very singer-songwriter with a twist.
Okay, I will stream that. Okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, good one.
Okay,
this one is one that I'm. This is a band I'm really surprised. It's kind of like the Bad Brains, where I'm surprised I never got into them until much, much later. And mostly because I'm not going to say their stuff is hard to find in America. It's just it's hard to find in good condition, so I'm relying on reissues, and that's the Jam.
Yeah.
And Snap is like probably the best overview of the Jam you will ever find. This is a massive trove. Double album, and it weighs a ton, and I think it's probably because it has extra stuff. But In the City, what do I know off of this? I've only played this a few times. That Entertainment, Start, I freaking love that song. This is one of those bands where I don't think they got their due in America, and probably more people know about them like after the Jam and after the Clash broke up and bands kind of like started mixing up into different acts, or went solo, that they're more familiar with that, unless you grew up in this era. Although I did, but this was not readily playing on the radio because Radio Rock and Journey and all that crap was playing, saturating the airwaves, not the jam. So really happy to pick this one up. Not this is a reissue, not the cheapest thing in the world, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. I want to say I have some stuff by the Jam because originals of their stuff, certain stupid money, but there are a few other individual albums that I'd like to pick up, but I'll wait.
I'm quite surprised about that they weren't big.
Or maybe they just weren't big in my circle, or they were like one of the they got big on coastal airwaves that had better radio stations than what I grew up with in the middle of America, which is quite possible. They might have been much bigger in New York and LA than mid-America.
What about Canada, Rob? Were they was Weller big at all? No, okay.
Nope.
And Weller's solo albums here, nothing. Good luck finding them because they're hard to find.
And he's massive over here, obviously. But yeah, okay. Interesting. I wasn't aware of that. I just automatically in my head I just thought, well, they're going to be big. So okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Just quickly go back to this, Emma. Yes. So did someone mention Bob Mould? So there you go. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Let's head over to Canada with Rob.
All right. I got here. Two notable picks from Record Store Day. This is an album called We're the Watchtowers. This is Richard Reed Perry and Dallas Good. Richard Reed Perry of the band Arcade Fire and Dallas Good, formerly of the Sadies. He's the one that passed away. This is the project he was working on when they passed away. So Richard Reed Perry sort of picked up the torch and finished this project, and they released it for Record Store Day. It is not an Arcade Fire album. It is not a Sadie's album. It is just kind of it's a Sunday morning record, to put it in terms that Chris likes to use. Yeah, it's just kind of a mellow listen to album. So glad that I picked this up because I'm such a big Sadie's fan that I had to kind of get Dallas's last kick at the can. Clear, it's white vinyl. Sorry, I thought it was clear. So yeah, that's that. Chris will like this one too. Chris is going to like all of these actually. Also from Record Store Day, The Darkness, one-way ticket to Birmingham.
I haven't actually seen this yet, Rob, so this should be good. I did see it on sale somewhere the other day, and I was very close to picking it up.
I haven't seen it anywhere yet. So good friend of the channel, Music Talk with John, he texted me on Record Store Day, and he goes, because he knew I was looking for this, he goes, "Is this the one?" I go, "That's the one." He goes, "Want me to pick it up for you?" I said, "Yes, please." So he did and shipped it up to me. So this is live at the NEC 2006. What's the NEC? I have no friggin' idea because I'm not
in Birmingham. Birmingham.
Yeah, it's some kind of performing art or theater or arena or I don't know, stadium.
It's the Birmingham NEC International Arena.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So this is The Darkness on tour in 06, which was the album One Way Ticket to Hell and Back. So that was right after Permission to Land. There they are there. It's good. It's, there's only obviously songs from the first two albums because that's all they had behind them at that point in time. So I guess what the deal was is that this was something that Dan Hawkins, who is Justin's brother and the guitar player, I guess he came across the tapes, and so he mixed it and said this would be a good release. So they put it out. So glad to have that. And lastly, this may be a band that I got Chris into. Pardon me. But this is some good used vinyl. This one fits tightly in the sleeve. That's not good. I hate when stuff's too tight in the sleeve. That really bugs me. Delaney and Bonnie, Bramlett, Accept No Substitute. So this is their first record from 1970. I don't know what it was. So Delaney and Bonnie were American musicians that, and I don't know how this happened, but for some reason, the circle of friends that they traveled in were some of the best musicians of the 1970s, like Eric Clapton, George Harrison, Duane Allman, Leon Russell, and so on and so on and so on. And so for some reason on all of their albums, various members of this collection of essentially all-stars of the time played on their records. And so no one ever talks about them. I've never seen anyone show a Delaney and Bonnie record other than Chris, which was my fault. I learned about them because they have an album called Delaney and Bonnie and Friends on Tour with Eric Clapton, which I know Chris has. It was my dad's favorite album, and I still have my dad's copy, and I love it. And so from there, I kind of branched out, and I think they have like 5 or 6 albums, and I have them all now. So I found this one, and, when we talk about, there's Leon Russell is on this record, Rita Coolidge is on this record, Jim Keltner is on this record, Bobby Whitlock is on this record, Bobby Keys is on this record. I mean, some incredible people of that era. And then lastly, I think this is their last album, Motel Shot, which I don't know if who of note is on here. Graham Parsons, Bobby Whitlock, Jim Keltner, Dave Mason, Duane Allman, Leon Russell. Yeah, so
Great.
there's some people on their albums, and right? How they stumbled upon this circle of friends, I don't know. This is my least favorite of the Delaney and Bonnie records. I find it a little. It's kind of. I think it was recorded in hotel rooms, if I'm not mistaken, and it's kind of acoustic-y, which is fine. It's my least favorite of all of them, but I love all their records, and they're just this kind of cool little band that doesn't get talked about much.
I first heard about Delaney and Bonnie when Glenn Calloway was ranting about, not ranting, but just like, oh, I have all this stuff. And I was like, who are Delaney and Bonnie? And then you started mentioning them. And I was like, oh.
They're phenomenal. But it's just weird. Like they're essentially, they're good singer-songwriters, but how they stumbled into that. Yeah, I love, those are the 2 best ones, I think.
And you told me to get these. You were like, if you're going to get any, get these. So
get those. Yeah. I listened to Home the other day. It might have been this morning, actually. So.
Cool. Right. Let's have a look at the time. So I don't know if you want to show whatever you got left. I'm
out, so I showed everything.
Right, fine. Rich, have you got any left, or are you done?
I'm as good as done. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll
go last then. And I'll show you what I got left. I'm going to do a recommendation for Rob first because he likes White Horse. Okay. And Liz was listening to the White Horse album while we were in the car the other day.
The new one?
And she goes, if he likes White Horse, it reminds me a lot of Far From Saints.
Okay.
Right.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, Far From Saints. This is a brilliant album.
Okay.
The lead singer is Kelly Jones from the Stereophonics.
Oh, okay.
But it's completely different.
Okay.
Yeah. They've only made one album. He was on tour in America, and one of the support acts, he liked them so much, he created a band with them. So.
Okay.
Really cool. There's a recommendation for you.
Which one was Liz liking? Was it Panther in the Dollhouse, or was it the new one? Which White Horse?
It was the new one she likes a lot at the moment. Yeah. But Panther in the Dollhouse, I played it, and she was like, oh, that's Rob's band.
Nice.
So what I've got left is went to a record fair in Bristol with David Atkinson and Cam. We met up for the day, which was awesome. And on that day, I picked up Taylor Hawkins'
and this is the Cocktail and Riders. So I got this because I went to Taylor Hawkins' tribute concert in Wembley, and obviously the other members were there and they sang a few songs. So I was like, well, if I'm a Foo Fighters fan, then I pretty much got to get this. It's not Foo Fighters. It's kind of like surfing music. Look at the cover. They're all shirtless, all in good shape. Nothing like me, but yeah, it's cool. I do like it. Probably an album I wouldn't have bought, but being a Foo Fighters fan, and that gives me a good gateway. So, picked up the new Foo Fighters album. I love this. No fillers for me. Now, I'm going to say that because I'm a Foo Fighters fan. But what you find with the Foo Fighters is sometimes, and I think Rob might agree with me in this one, the greatest hits may be enough for some people. But this I really, really enjoyed. Pre-ordered this a while ago. But yeah, it's the Foo Fighters. They came on like 30,000 different variants.
That all?
So I got the silver one. Sounds great. I'm not an audiophile, as you know. So, but yeah, it's on rotation quite a lot. It's not a Sunday morning album. Yeah, it's kind of get in the mood kind of thing. But let me just get this comment up real quick. Emma, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. So this was fun, guys.
Absolutely.
This was amazing. We'll have to do it again. Definitely.
Absolutely, for sure.
And hopefully I can get back on Rob's channel when I get a day off.
Just let me know, man.
So we'll just go around real quick, tell everybody what's going on, that kind of stuff. Rob, over to you first, mate. Wednesday nights, obviously.
Wednesday nights, live from the basement, 8 p.m. Eastern. Daryl and Tim and myself, and fairly regularly we have a guest whenever possible. So Richard guests quite often, which we always appreciate. And then you're obviously welcome whenever you get a chance, Chris. I know that the time difference makes it a bit of a challenge, but yeah, other than that, nothing new on my channel. I don't make videos much anymore. So, but I do have to get the one that Richard and I made about you too. Maybe I'll edit it from my hotel room next week when I'm away. We
should start the GoFundMe for Rob so he has to do it.
No. Why do today what you can put off until tomorrow?
Well, that's true. That's true. Richard, over to you. Did a video yesterday. I think I was texting him while he was trying to do a video.
Yeah, you were texting me. I was like, I'm trying to get my damn video started. Go away. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, yesterday was a just, May pickups of the last month. And I'm looking around my room. I have like a pile of records here and a pile of stuff. So I have a video for Cam. The one is his anniversary, and it's the yellow one, the bright side of the shelf, that one. So I have a stack of that for there. I'm doing my vintage vinyl revisited letter S. Those records are ready to go. I have another one I want to do about Record Store Day records. I have another one I want to do about 4AD, the label, and which kind of piggybacks off of the video I did yesterday because I got some VCLT from Alex, which was like mind-blowingly. It's like, you sent me what? So yeah, lots going on my channel right now. I'm busy.
Cool, mate. Cool. For myself, I've kept the videos right back at this point. I think I spoke to Richard about this and Rob. I'll do the end of the month pickups. And if I go to record store, I'll pull my phone out to me, and John will John's a bit camera shy, but I kind of like poke the bear, going, "Come on, give us some conversation." John's like 6'5". I'm 5'10". He's a unit, and he's into like his Megadeth. He's into all that kind of stuff, and then there's me going through my Canadian section, singing songwriting stuff, and he's like, "This, what do you know about that?" I got friends in the vinyl community. He's like, "What the hell's a vinyl community? Can I join?" He thought it was a membership.
There you go. Charge them.
Yes, charge them.
Yeah, and all the record shops I've been to are very keen for me to do a video because obviously it's free promotion, which we may do in a few weeks' time. So I'm meeting up with John. Whenever we meet up, we do record fairs and stuff. So in 2 weeks' time, I will be doing a video. I'm doing a vinyl community meetup up in Birmingham. So it's going to be me, Gav Axman Spins, David Atkinson. It's going to be Rob Walker.
Wow.
So it's going
Is it a one-way ticket to Birmingham?
or hell and back.
Or hell and back?
Yeah. But that's what's going on in my channel. So yeah, thanks guys. This has been brilliant. I've loved this.
This was fun. Thanks for having us.
It's fantastic. I'll put a link down below in the description for Rob and Richard's channel. Go and subscribe. They've got amazing channels. So go and check them out. If you're going to watch us later, I really do appreciate it. Thanks for spending time with us. And go and watch Rob on a Wednesday. He's the live stream king. Go and check him out.
Far from it.
But well, I love it. You know we do.
Thanks,
Thanks for joining us. And I will speak to you soon. So au revoir for now.
The vinyl